Devaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashtata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Welcome to our Sunday program, especially new people. Today the topic is spirituality for the youth or for old age. Okay, so is spirituality for youth or old age? That is the question. Based on Vedas, what do the Vedas say? So all of you are young people, you are sitting here. So why are you taking interest in spiritual life? It's meant for old people now. So why are you here? And why not enjoy yourself? Today is Sunday night, but you came to hear Bhagavad Gita. Is this true? No. Spiritual life is for everyone, even for you. Young people, old people, for everyone. For souls. You're all souls. Okay? Now people say, we should read Bhagavad Gita and do all these things when we become old. Okay? So, first question is, who knows when we'll die? How many people will become old? Now it's Kali Yuga. You know, people are dying, just a heart attack in the gym, they'll die. You know, or corona, or so many things. So, if we say, when we become old, that's not reliable. We are not sure. Who will become old? Bhagavad Gita is glorified in Gita Mahatmya. Gita Mahatmya is written by Shankaracharya. There he explains how Bhagavad Gita, what are the effects of reading Gita? Our past sinful actions are destroyed. Purva Pap, it's destroyed. Okay? Also, we attain moksha. We attain liberation. So many benefits of reading Gita. So we'll not get it if we do not read Bhagavad Gita. And if we say, I'll wait till old age, we don't know when this old age, if we'll reach there or not. So we'll miss it. We'll miss the great benefit of Bhagavad Gita if we are not going to read it. Okay, so when people say, wait till old age, how do we know who will reach old age? Unfortunately, more and more people are, due to advance of Kali Yuga, disease and many things, people may die early. Okay, so that another thing in Shastra, what does Shastra say? When to read Bhagavad Gita, when to begin bhakti? Actually in Srimad Bhagavatam, it says, Kaumar acharet pragyo dharman bhagavatan yaha durlabham manusham dharma. Mike. Durlabham manusham dharma tadapi adruvam arthadam. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So it says, this is translation, the shloka I just read. One who is sufficiently intelligent should use the human form of body from the very beginning of life. In other words, from the age of childhood, Kaumara, Acharet Pragyo, to practice activities of devotional service. This is Shastra saying that we should begin from childhood. Because it says, Durlabham Manusham Dharma Tadapi Adruvam Arthadam. Human body is very rarely achieved. If we get a human body, this is very rare. There's so many jivas in this Brahman, in this universe. Some took birth as a bird, cockroach, mosquito. So, but the human form How many people got? It's very few. With the human body, we can get moksha, we can study Gita, we can do bhakti. Animals cannot do that. And so, it's so important. Hare Krishna. So it's so important that we engage and use the benefit of this human body for practicing bhakti. If every second, it's mentioned in Shastra, the human body is most rarely achieved. Although it is temporary, like other bodies, it is meaningful because in human life, one can perform bhakti, devotional service. Even a slight amount of sincere devotional service can give one complete perfection. So we got the human body, we can use it to get mukti. We are all in the cycle of birth and death. Give me this phone. We are all in the cycle of birth and death. So, how to come out? By studying teachings of Gita and following them. One can come out of this suffering condition of the material world. So, when we got the human body, immediately at childhood, not at the age that we get some intelligence, children they don't know anything, they're crawling around, eating everything. Then at a certain age, they get that intelligence immediately. That was the tradition. This is the Vedic culture. Shastra says from childhood. But people delay. Now at old age, they look for Gita. So, everyone is giving their own opinion, but Shastra says, Kaumaram acharet pragyo dharman bhagavataniha. From childhood, one should begin this process. It's very serious, it's a very important task that we got this human body, we should begin bhakti. So, people say that we are young, enjoy. Why are you reading Gita? Why are you hearing all these things? Go and enjoy. Okay, we are not saying don't enjoy. Okay, enjoy. But we are not living boring lives also. But we have to understand that religion, dharma, is based on Shastra. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Knowledge is coming from Shastra. So, if Shastra says that bhakti should be done at a young age, then if we follow Shastra, this is perfect. In anything, if we follow Shastra, then we'll get the best result. But people have their own opinion. Okay, one more thing. Supposing now everyone went to school and college. Okay, why are you going at young age? Why did you go at a young age to school? Why didn't you go later? Why did you go to school?
The actual time is actual time.
That's the time. Why? What is special about young age?
We are quite active and energetic.
We are energetic, active, mind is very bright, intelligence is sharp, perception is very good. This is the time to learn. At a young age, whatever you learn quickly and it will last whole life. You have to take advantage. Okay, this is why we go to school at a young age. It's easier to learn anything, to learn a language. Young children learn language very fast. They can memorize formulas and anything. Okay, later on that's difficult. So why don't parents say, go and enjoy yourself, why are you in school? No, they don't do that. Study hard, get a good future. Then they'll not take you out. Okay, so, of course, study, nothing wrong, but, and enjoy. But the thing is that at the young age, when we are very sharp, this is the age for learning. And so, Bhagavad Gita, Shastra was taught at a young age. At the young age they were taught. Because everyone will pick up the shlokas very fast. If you go to Gurukul, they're all chanting, they'll not read anything. They'll repeat, and like this, memorize whole Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Bhagavad Gita, 700 shlokas. Young age, they'll catch everything. Purusha, Shukta, everything, they'll memorize. They'll be able to chant it. Then later on, they'll study it. But the memorizing that is done at an early age, when the brain is very sharp. So at a young age, This is the time to learn. So, Bhagavad Gita also, at the young age, one should take it at this age. Of course, you're all engaged in different activities, but at the same time, this is the age when we can, actually not age, we are late, but anyway, better late than never. Age 7, we are meant to start. But okay, at whatever time that you came across Bhagavad Gita, you have got this knowledge, and you're listening to the teaching of Gita, at whatever time you got it, and you understand this is serious, we have to take up this reading and applying the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so we take advantage of young age to learn material knowledge, spiritual knowledge also. We will not have this bright and intelligent mind forever. Intelligence, everything goes down after some time. So while it is so sharp, this is the age we have to understand that Bhagavad Gita, it is a philosophy to be understood. We have to understand it. Some level of intelligence is required. Not only Bhagavad Gita, but we are talking about generally all Shastra. Srimad Bhagavatam. To understand the philosophy, it's not so easy. Upanishad. Anyway, for now, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam are the two most important Shastra for us at the moment. Because in Kali Yuga, we cannot read so many things. We cannot understand. Upanishads are very intricate, there's one Upanishad, Kat Upanishad. Why is it called Kat? Kathin, it's difficult. To understand philosophy, going backward, forward, backward, it's on the philosophy of soul, Atma, and cause and effect. What caused the creation, how it was caused, how it expanded, everything we have to understand. It's not so easy. So for that we need a sharp brain. So at the time of youth, at a young age, senses are bright, mind is sharp, we are energetic, then we can. This is the time to read. Same time. So as you see, people go to school at this age. No one is idle. Parents make sure. But if you pick up Bhagavad Gita, why are you wasting your time? Go and enjoy. But school, no, stay there. Don't go. Don't leave. Actually, we understand biologically between age 7 and 12, whatever is your Sangha association and whatever is your activities, that forms the impression for the rest of your life. That is a very crucial time. So for most of us, it's Kali Yuga. What association we got? YouTube and TV. So unfortunate, but still if we realize the importance, immediately we can begin to, now that we came across Bhagavad Gita, we did not start at age 7, but now we got it. So now is the time to start. Okay, but another argument, as I was saying, people say, okay, we'll do bhakti later, now enjoy. Go and enjoy. Don't think about spiritual things. Some people say that. They said it's meant for enjoying. Actually, we are not against enjoying. You can enjoy, no problem. Okay? But according to Bhagavad Gita, we cannot enjoy this material world. It's not possible. It is an illusion more to think that I'll enjoy. This body gives suffering, not enjoyment. This material world is described in Gita as Dukhalem Ashashvatam. Sorry, I'm spoiling your plan. But this is Gita's teachings, that this material world is Dukkha Alayam, place of suffering. And so, intelligent people, Nateshu Ramate Buddhaha, intelligent people do not try to endeavor to enjoy this body or this material world, because it is an illusion to think that we can enjoy. This material world is constantly changing. Night and day, seasons are changing, government is changing, change is happening, and the jiva, we in this world, we are simply trying to find a balance. Now then the job got changed, we got off the job, or weather pattern has changed, rupee devalued, interest rate change, all some changes happening, and material life simply means adjusting to that change.
While we are enjoying, after enjoying, we are regretting that. Why we should go through this, we should not go through this. If we are enjoying that, after enjoying, why we regret that?
Yeah, commenting that sometimes we engage in some enjoyment and then later we regret, why did I do it? So then, is it really enjoyment? Correct. Yeah. Realization, Vigyan. That Shastra is full of different narrations explaining about this material world. Actually, if in the age of the Veda, when Vedas were taught, then people will see through Shastra. It's called Shastra Chakshu. Now I am seeing from my eyes. But Chanakya Pandit said, cow will see through the nose, the Brahmana sees through the Shastra. What else is there? Ordinary man sees through eyes. But what can we see with these eyes? We cannot see much. But Shastra will see through the Shastra, we'll understand what is this world, who am I? And so, if we read, we'll understand that in this material world, there are different kinds of suffering, one after the other, they are hitting us. And so when people say, go and enjoy. Okay, enjoy. We cannot enjoy, Bhagavad Gita says. But we may think, I am enjoying, I am eating, I am doing that. That is some illusion of enjoyment. Okay. So, but there is no, don't lose hope, because according to Shastra, real enjoyment comes on a spiritual platform. We are Atma. Atma is Chinmay Vastu. This is Jada Vastu, this material world. We cannot mix. We cannot derive enjoyment because I am a spiritual being, this is material world. So I cannot derive enjoyment from matter. As a soul, I have to derive enjoyment from spirit, Chinmay Vastu. So Shastra is saying, yes, there is enjoyment, not on the material plane. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita, it says, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma na shochati na kankshati samasarveshu bhuteshu madbhaktim labate param. It says that when one comes to the spiritual level, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma, he becomes happy, automatically becomes very happy. Prasannatma na shochati na kankshati. That means he doesn't lament. He's not lamenting, oh, why I don't have this, why I don't do this, why is this like this, why is it? He doesn't lament. Na kankshati. Kankshati means he doesn't desire, I want this, I want, he is satisfied. When one comes on the spiritual level, that is actually real enjoyment. And so Bhagavad Gita teaches us to gradually change our consciousness to come on the spiritual platform. When we come on that platform, our perception changes. The consciousness changes. When consciousness changes, things which are giving me so much disturbance, I'm not disturbed now. Okay, we won't cheat and lie and say, if you take up Bhagavad Gita, if you chant Hare Krishna, if you read Gita, all your problems will go. Actually, problems won't go. But what will happen? I'm not going to see them as problem anymore. I'll not be affected. This is the reality. Right now this fan is on. For some it may be disturbance, for some it will be happiness. And the other person is that I don't care if the fan is on or off. One political party will come in power, other people are disturbed, others are happy. What is the truth? Actually, the jiva, when he is attached to the body and this world, then he suffers more. But through following Bhagavad Gita, we become detached. When we are detached from this material world and the body, we are not affected. Someone will call you fool. Then you think, who is he calling fool? The body, but I'm not the body. You are not disturbed by people, by events. And so, when people say that we have to enjoy in this world, don't read Bhagavad Gita, go and enjoy. Okay, you want to enjoy, really you want to enjoy, then you have to read Bhagavad Gita. And you have to follow Bhagavad Gita, then you'll become free from this material suffering. And happiest people, when many people know, happiest people in this world are spiritual people. Those who are following spirituality. But spirituality, of course, I am like this in the ashram. It doesn't mean you have to be like me to follow. You, people who are studying and working, can follow in a different way, in your way, in your room, in your residence. You can follow. Some of you here are chanting, reading Gita, as a fact. So, actually to enjoy Brahma Bhuta Prasanatma, one should take the teachings of Gita. Then we can enjoy. So even at a young age, those people who absorb Bhagavad Gita and study and live with it, they will get a deep understanding of this life and this world and this body and Bhagavan. Then they will be peaceful, balanced and happy. Other people are roaming around not understanding what to do, what to eat, what to say. What is happening? What is going on? Why am I becoming old? Why am I getting disease? They can't understand. But one in knowledge, Sthita Pragya, Bhagavad Gita says. Knowledge, Sthita Pragya, situated in realized knowledge. He will understand. Because he understands, he will not suffer. Suffering comes from ignorance, avidya, ajnana. One who is ajnana timirandasya. Yeah, he is affected by due to avidya, lack of knowledge, he is in darkness. He will suffer. But somebody full of knowledge, understanding, I know who I am, I know who is God, I know what is this world. I am happy just sitting here. I don't have to find the happiness somewhere, pay some money, so watch a film or anything. Happiness is there. They are called Atma Rama, satisfied on their own. So, when one realizes these teachings, then it says that at the early age when we read, then we go through our whole life, whatever we read, but at the end of life, we are able again to come back to the spiritual path. Because according to our Vedic culture, Pancha Surdvam Vanam Vrajet, after age 50, 55, maximum 60, we have to retire from family life and gradually become absorbed in spiritual life and give the family to the son. You take over and manage everything, and we get ready for the last lap, final exam. Get ready for that, because we are going to face that situation when the jiva will come at the junction, like we have 4-road junction. Which way will you go? You will take birth again, you will get moksha. Take human body, animal body. We have to be ready. So the Vedic culture was designed that at that age, later on, we absorb fully in spiritual life. But we cannot do that if we did not at a younger age get the taste, ruchi. Get the taste for japa, for reading, for hearing Bhagavad Gita. When we get that taste, ruchi, then later on we can easily take it. We look forward, we'll be happy. Otherwise it's hard to come out. And so then we had to take birth again. But the Vedic culture was, at the final stage, one has to absorb. Ante Narayana Smritihi. In Srimad Bhagavatam it says that Etavan Sankhya Yoga Bhyam Swadharma Parinishtaya Janmalabha Param Pumsa Ante Narayana Smritihi. That means everyone is doing different sadhana. Etavan Sankhya Yoga Bhyam. Some are doing Jnana Yoga, Dhyana. Etavan Sankhya Yoga Bhyam. Some are doing yoga. Sankhya Yoga Bhyam. Swadharma Parinishtaya. Others are saying, I will do my dharma, I will do my work according to Varnashram perfectly. All different kind of people. Etavan Sankhya Yoga Bhyam. Swadharma Parinishtaya. Janma labha parapumsa. But all of these people should understand that the supreme benefit of the jiva, Janma labha parapumsa, the best goal is Ante Narayana Smriti. At the time of death, we have to think of Krishna, think of Vishnu, because then we will attain Vishnu. Whatever we think, that's what we will get. So what do you think? Mostly people think about their motorbike, or dog, cat, or they'll think about their friend, or the political party, or something. Yeah, whatever we are attached to, we'll remember that. We have to practice that. We have to remember Krishna. How? There are many. Bhagavad Gita says, Satatam Kirtayantama. Bhagavad Gita says, always chanting my glory. So we are chanting Hare Krishna. We are listening to Bhagavad Gita lecture. We have pictures of Krishna Leela. And that way in the mind it should come all the time. So that at the time of death, that is what we'll remember. What we'll remember? What we are attached to. The final thing, whatever we attach, that's what we will remember. So that requires practice. And we have to develop the taste now. This ruchi, taste, has to be developed now. From young age. From the young age. Okay, and so people are misguided when they're saying that, oh, young age, why are you doing all these things? This is the age to do it, then when will we do it? Actually, Bhagavad Gita teaches us how to live in this life in such a way that we don't take birth again. So it teaches about Triguna, Rajagun, Tamagun, Satogun. Basically, we have to come on Satogun through the food, through our lifestyle, everything that is taught. Bhagavad Gita also teaches how it says art of work, yoga, karmasu kaushalam, how to become expert in doing work in such a way that I don't get a reaction, karma phala. That is called akarma. There's karma, vikarma, akarma. So Gita will teach you how to live in this world, and I'll do all the action, but I will not get a reaction, because if you get a reaction, you must take birth again. So Gita is perfectly scientifically teaching the jiva how to elevate his consciousness to Krishna consciousness, spiritual consciousness. It's taught systematically in the chapters, and if one reads and understands at early age, then the whole life will go smoothly. We'll understand what to do at what age and how to behave in this situation, that situation, and remain in the pure spiritual state, not become entangled in material life, in material things. Okay, whole life we live like everyone will be living like other people, but they cannot understand our consciousness is detached. Even though we are doing the same thing they are doing, he's opening the shop, I am opening the shop. He has a car, I have a car. What's the difference? He is not attached. His mind is on Krishna, samadhi. Samadhi means mind is always on God, Bhagavan. So if we say, I'll read Gita at the end of life, it's over, life is over, what will we do? Whole life has gone, and then now, okay, I'll read Bhagavad Gita. But the life is gone. So it's telling how to live life. But so therefore Bhagavad Gita was taught in the Gurukul at early age, very early age. All the Gita is actually one of the Upanishads. There are 108 main Upanishads. So Bhagavad Gita, although Bhagavad Gita is coming in Mahabharata, but the teaching of Bhagavad Gita is same as the Upanishads. In fact, the shlokas are matching with Kathopanishad 80-90%. Shvetashvatara Upanishad, these higher Upanishads, similar verses. So it is a higher teaching, studied in the beginning, then we know how to live the whole life. And you say, I'll read at the end, then what will we do? It's over. So therefore, we are going around meeting different young people, especially that at the present moment, our generation, a lot of the culture and religion is gone from the life. Every generation it's lost. In Kali Yuga, what can we do? Your father, they would have known more. Grandfather, much more. Great-grandfather, I'm sure if I ask any of you, great-grandfather, they always had a Bhagavad Gita. My grandfather always read Gita. I'm hearing from many people, they are not reading, they say my father, grandfather used to read, like that. So every generation is getting lost. Now our generation is very bad situation. As I say many times, we went to Nimhans just to do some kirtan program. Nimhans, you know Nimhans? Yeah? National Institute for Mental Health and neurological science. So people who have mental disturbance, they go there, or any nerve problems. So we went there, mental disturbance, all young people, age 20 to 30, all young people are there, especially women more, because for them pressure. Actually, according to Shastra, women should not come much into this work. They are suited for family. Okay, they can do what they want, no one will stop them. But the psychophysical nature of woman is they're best suited in a home environment, protected by someone, taking care of children, family, but they became absorbed in the rat race outside here. It's difficult to cope that and family. So mostly a lot of women were there in the mental health institute, but also young people, 20 to 30. Surprising. Why? Why? And the answer is because of not having proper knowledge how to deal in this world. But that is all available. No one is reading. It's not in our syllabus, it's not in our kindergarten, KG, it's not in high school, not in PUC, not in college. No one is speaking about Gita. No one is speaking. The knowledge that we need first, that knowledge is not there. So it's not so easy to get spiritual perfection, liberation. It's not easy. It takes whole life practically. In the beginning we are taught, when we are practicing sadhana bhakti, sadhana means daily some regulated spiritual practice, japa, puja, or just reading Parayan, Bhagavad Gita, shloka, reading little bit Gita, of course chanting Hare Krishna, then attending, going to the temple. So this sadhana we do and carry on with our life, whatever life we are doing, studying, working. And then we do this whole life, then it takes time to become advanced spiritually, to reach the perfection. That will take time. We cannot just think that at the end of life I'll just sit and I'll do everything. You know, we cannot. Last minute exam preparation. It works in school, but yeah, at MS level it doesn't. I tried first semester, I studied MS. At first semester I tried, but I did in the first degree, it didn't work. I thought, wow, it's very serious. Different level, I had to keep up. So, same thing, that for the final exam you have to study little every day and get that knowledge and get that detachment and detachment knowledge. That will come gradually, that will come on its own if you do bhakti. Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Jane Atyashru Vairagyam Jnanam Yadahaitukam. Just by doing bhakti to Vasudeva, Krishna. Then Jana Atyashru Vairagyam, then we'll become detached from anything sinful things that we do. Automatically we get detached. Jana Atyashru Vairagyam Jnanam Yadahaitukam. And we get knowledge. Which knowledge? Not physics, chemistry, that knowledge. Spiritual, correct. Spiritual knowledge, who am I? It's revealed in the heart. Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashito. In the heart it's revealed. I understand who I am. I understand who is God. I am seeing that vision in my mind, in my heart I am seeing. Actually God is here in form of Paramatma, next to us. So Paramatma is right there. And we can see Him. We are able to, but He is not revealing because we are not ready. We have so many desires. There are some people who are spiritually perfect. You can approach them, ask them question, they'll give you perfect answer because they are in Buddhi Yoga. They are connected to the soul, super soul. They're connected to Krishna. He's giving them intelligence, everything. So these people, why is it that we are not able to connect to Paramatma? Paramatma is here. Atma is here and Paramatma. But why is it that we are not able to get that knowledge from Paramatma and connect and speak? Because we have so many of our own plan. So Krishna is saying, you follow your plan. Okay, fine, you follow. If just now, if I'm speaking to you, there's a lot of volume outside, very loud, you will not hear me. Similarly, you cannot hear Paramatma when my desire is so much. I want this, I want to do this, I want, and none of the desires to come to God, to Krishna. So He will not reveal Himself, He will remain hidden. Gradually, as we are following Bhagavad Gita teachings and becoming more advanced, Krishna will communicate. He will communicate. Why won't He? We are all children of Krishna. Aham bija pradapita, Krishna says. I am the seed-giving father of all the living entities. The Jeev actually appeared from Krishna. So if we want again to communicate, he will, yes, why not? But that desire has to be there. So that requires practice from a whole life, that we have to read these books, do sadhana bhakti, then we become pure, more pure, more pure. By the time we reach the end, we are ready, purified. And Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, the last shloka, Esha Brahmi Sthiti Partha. Arjun, this is the spiritual level. Esha Brahmi Sthiti Partha, Nainam Prapya Vimuhyati. When you come to that level, spiritual level, you will not be again in illusion. Naivam Prapya Vimuyati. Then he says, Stitvasyam ante kale chapi brahma nirvana mrchati. At the time of death, when you are in samadhi with me, connected to me, and you are in spiritual perfection, then brahma nirvana mrchati, then we attain Vaikuntha, we attain to the spiritual world. So, Srila Prabhupada, he wrote the commentary on Bhagavad Gita. There are many Gitas which are good, but this is one of the most read, so most of our notes are based on that. So Srila Prabhupada said that actually this knowledge should be started before, but supposing we did not start at age 7, 8, okay, no problem, but as soon as we realize the importance, we should apply ourselves and take it seriously and begin to follow and understand. There's a quote Prabhupada says in chapter 3, text number 41. Chapter 3, text 41. Here Prabhupada says in his commentary to this shloka, he says, Krishna consciousness is so powerful that even a late beginner can become a lover of God. He can get bhakti by following the regulated principles of devotional service. By following principles of bhakti, one can attain perfection because it's so powerful. So, from any stage of life or from the time of understanding its urgency, one can begin regulating the senses in Krishna consciousness, devotional service of the Lord, and turn this desire to enjoy the body and material world, turn it into desire to serve God and get the highest perfectional stage of human life. From Shastra we know that we are jiva, we are souls. Everyone wants to come on the highest platform. So something, highest platform means when I get the most money. Other things that if I get a highest political office, this is the best thing and they endeavor for that. Others think that if I serve everyone, I serve the stray dogs or the whales or the people, then that is the highest platform. But what is Bhagavad Gita saying? Bhagavad Gita says the highest stage of the jiva is when the jiva is connected with me in bhakti. And when we do that, then we fulfill all our obligations. We have many obligations. We have obligations to devatas. Devarshi Sutabta Bhutab Chandrinam Pitrinam. We have obligation. I hope you understand this word, obligation. We are supposed to serve Devata, we are supposed to serve the Rishi, we are also obligated to the humans before who built the city because I am using it. We are indebted to our parents, we are indebted to so many people. Just by taking birth, we are indebted to so many people. But if one performs bhakti to Krishna, then that you can say indebtedness has already been fulfilled. That indebtedness has been, we do not have any more debt just by serving Krishna. So, if one takes bhakti, this is the highest position of the jiva. Nothing that we imagine in this material world, that this is higher, that is higher. Highest position, Bhagavad Gita says, is when the jiva comes into my shelter. Why? Because just what happens when we become advanced in bhakti? First of all, we don't take birth again. We don't take birth again. Even before dying, our karma destroys. Through bhakti, Krishna says, Aham tam sarva papebhyo. We don't have any karma. Why are we suffering? Because of karma. Past life, reactions are coming. But there is no more karma. So no more suffering. Karma is destroyed. Shubhada, they are features of bhakti explained in Shastra. Klesh Agni destroys misery of material life. Just by beginning bhakti, miseries go. We become happier. Klesh Agni, Shubhada. Shubhada means we become very auspicious life. Shubha. Sandrananda Visheshatma. That we become very happy. Naturally, when we do bhakti, we become happy. So many properties are there of bhakti. So the highest position for the jiva is to do bhakti. And so that is the thing that people should endeavor. At the same time, we have to earn money because we have a material body, we're in a material world. So we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do our obligation, whatever it is in this world. But the main thing should be that we have to fulfill the goal of life. Goal of life is given in Srimad Bhagavatam in 3rd chapter 2. There it says, goal of life is Kama Sanendriya Priti Labo Jivata Yavatha Jivasa Tattva Jigyasa. Goal of life is to attain Tattva, the Supreme Bhagavan, to know Bhagavan and to become his servant. So this is best done at a young age. At a young age, a lot to learn and train. So at a young age we begin these things. Okay, but if we miss, any time that we realize bhakti is very powerful, we can attain perfection if we fully devote our attention and concentration. Before the Vedic culture, Gurukul people went at age 7, that was the age, at a young age. And by the time they grew up, they knew the goal of life, they knew how to be happy, they knew who is Bhagavan, how to serve Bhagavan, what to do, what not to do. Everything was there. Everything was known. So therefore, Krishna sent so many acharyas, Ramanuja, Madhvacharya, so many acharyas, Vishnu Swami, Nimbark, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They all came to awaken the people that don't forget the goal of life. We are in this world, we have so many plans, don't forget the goal. We have to come out of this cycle. Samsara Chakra. Come out. How? Read Gita. Knowledge is here. God himself spoke. There are different books of knowledge. Some is spoken by servant of God, messenger of God, son of God. But God himself came. He spoke. Direct. So we got the perfect philosophy in Gita, which is summary of the Veda. Gita is known as summary of all the Vedic knowledge. Just by reading, we'll understand. And we can come to real happiness and peace. This is the time to read when we have a good attention, energy. Hare Krishna. Any question?
In spite of knowing that these things is bad, why you go through this?
In spite of knowing
that this thing is very bad.
Yeah.
After knowing that also, we are going through this.
Same question Arjuna asked Krishna in chapter 3. Atakena pratyam papam chariti purusha anicham anichha. No desire to do, but still we do. Anicham api varshneya baladivanayo jisaha. So, what was Krishna's reply? He said that, I'll just pick the translation and the meaning of the shloka. He said that in this world, we are all bewildered by Maya because we came here. So this Maya Shakti has infected our body and it's pushing us. Now we have 5 senses. Enjoy this one, enjoy your sense, enjoy, do this, do that, and we cannot refuse because senses are strong. Balavan Indriya Grama. Senses are strong, they're pulling, pushing us. Why? Because in the past life we desired, I want to enjoy in this world. So we are given this body, and body is meant for enjoying. It's difficult. But how to come out of this desire? Simple. Process of bhakti. When we begin process of bhakti, then the Maya contamination goes from the heart. It gets destroyed, and then even our desire for these things go. We have seen many times that people come to ISKCON, working, studying, different people, and gradually they take up this and then they leave all the bad things. And we don't tell them, they tell us, oh, I stopped this, I stopped that, I cannot, I feel like I don't have to do these things anymore. They felt so happy. So, answer to your question, why we feel that? That is due to, Krishna says, Devi Yesha Gunamayi. The Gun, Maya, Shakti, it's pushing us. And how to become free? Krishna says, Mam eva ye prapadyate mayam tarantite. That one who surrenders to me, he can cross over this Maya. This is not a problem. Any other question? Okay. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai.